Okay, partial derivatives. So, partial derivatives, kanina, limits and continuity, punta na tayo sa concept ng differentiation. At bakit merong adjective na partial before it? Okay, so from Math 83, we recall that f prime of x is equal to limit of f of x plus delta x minus f of x over delta x as delta x approaches zero. Yan yung definition ng derivative. Okay, paano naman pagdating sa uh, two variables or more than one variable na? So let f be a function of x and y. The partial derivative of f with respect to x, so mayroon na tayong with respect to x dito, no? Dati, the derivative of f, yun lang yun. Pero ito, the derivative of f with respect to the independent variable x is the function f sub x defined by f sub x of xy is equal to limit of f of x plus delta x. So, yung x lang yung nagbabago, x plus delta x comma y minus the original function minus f of x comma y over delta x as delta x approaches zero, where x comma y is in the domain of f and provided the limit exists. On the other hand, the partial derivative of f with respect to y is the function f sub y defined by f sub y of x comma y is equal to the limit of f of x comma y plus delta y minus f of x comma y over delta y as delta y approaches zero, where x comma y is in the domain of f and provided the limit exists. Okay? So, simple. Kumbaga, nagbabago lang dito dito kasi isa lang yung variable natin, x lang yung independent variable lang yung nagbabago. Pero dito kasi dalawa na yung independent variables natin, x and y. So, we have to investigate uh, ano muna yung nangyayari kapag si x, yung x coordinate lang nagbabago o yung y coordinate lang nagbabago. We will generalize it soon para pagsabay na nagbabago. Okay, for now, one at a time. So, here are other notations for the partial derivatives. So, kahit sino dito pwede nyo gamitin. So, partial, if z is equal to f of x comma y, then partial of f with respect to x, it's written by this partial of f over partial of x. Hindi siya maarteng d ha, talagang curly, ano siya, curly f. Pag ganun yung sulat, curly. Okay? As opposed to yung ganito. Ito yung ordinary derivative. Ito yung partial derivative. So partial derivative of f with respect to x or partial of f of x comma y over partial of x or equal din yung sa f sub 1 or using Leibniz notation d sub x or d1 or partial of z over partial of x. Bahala kayo kung anong notation ang gusto nyo gamitin. It actually depends on the context kung sino yung mas madaling gamitin notation. Okay? Partial naman with respect to y, ganun din yung pagkakasulat, partial of f over partial of y, or partial of f over partial of y, or f2, or dy, d2, or partial of z over partial of y. Okay. So, usually, itong part na to, nakikita ko ito kapag mga differential equation sa 1-2-1, di ba makikita 1-2-1.1. Pero itong mga notation, ito yung mga usual na ito yung mga usual na ginagamit natin. Ito, tsaka ito. Yan, itong tatlong to, ito yung usual notation na ginagamit. Now, unlike dy over dx in Math 83, which can be interpreted as the differential of y, which is dy, over the differential of x, which is dx, partial of z over partial of x cannot be interpreted as the quotient of partial of z and partial of x. That is, partial of x has no separate. Okay? So, naalala from Math 83, itong mga tanong na ito. Balikan natin yun. Ayun. yung local linear approximation natin. Yung local linear approximation, yung dy ay equal sa f prime of x dx. Tapos, yung mga question natin na, ano yung mga tanong natin doon? Yung, oops, where is that? Ito yung mga familiar question. Yung approximate uh, cube root of 8.03. Nalala ba ito from Math 83? Tapos ito yung bubuin itong ano na to. Kasi ano lang sila eh. Um, ang you have here dy dy over dx is equal to f prime of x. Pero kapag define mo yung dy as something i-approximate si delta y, i-approximate na si delta y over delta x. So pwede mong gamitin ito ngayon. So delta y, which is approximated by dy, which is equal to f prime of x. Yes. Kaya pwede mo paghiwalay yung dy dx. Kasi define natin yung dx as delta x. Pero ngayon sa Math 85, hindi natin siya i-define is, okay? Hindi natin i-define ito na differential. Hindi natin paghiwalay yan. Meron kang function dito, tapos delta x. Well, ay, tuloy, ang nabasa dito? dx. dx pa rin ang basa dyan, dz. Ganun nga lang yung pagkakasulat. Pero hindi natin i-identify yan dun sa application na yun. Katulad ng math. So, iba yung mga applications natin sa math. Okay, so let's work on some examples on how to solve for partial derivatives. Find the partial of f with respect to x, given that f of x comma y is equal to 2x squared y squared plus 2y plus 4x. Okay, so, syempre, para masanay muna kayo na may technique tayo mamaya, pero ito muna yung definition. So, ano daw yon? Ito yung definition, f of x plus delta x comma y minus f of x comma y over delta x as delta x equals 0. So, ito yung function natin. So, we're going to replace x by x plus delta x squared. Yung y, kukopihin lang, y squared plus 2y plus 4x plus delta x minus, itong part na ito, kukopihin lahat, all over delta x. And then we expand. We get here x squared plus 2x delta x plus delta x squared. So ito yung, tapos may 2 pa sa labas. So pag distribute between 2, 2x squared, may y squared pa pala dito. 2x squared y squared times 2 times 2, 4x delta x y squared plus 2 times y squared delta x squared. Okay, so itong part na ito yon. Tapos dito plus 2y plus 4x plus 4 delta x. And then distributing negative, we get this part here over delta x. And then, ang haba ng expression, hanapin natin yung mga magka-cancel. Ano yung mga magka-cancel dito? 4x, 4x, negative 2y, 2y. Ano ba ba? 4 delta x. May 4 delta x. Wala. Negative 2x squared y squared. Parang, to. Ayun. Yun, cancel. So matitira ito 4x delta x y squared plus 2 delta x squared y squared plus 4 delta x. And then we can factor out delta x. Cancel to, cancel yung square, cancel to, cancel yan. So matitira 4xy squared plus 2y squared delta x plus 4. As delta x equal to 0, ito yung mag-0 lang. So matitira 4x squared, 4xy squared plus 4. So yan yung partial derivative natin with respect to x. Okay? Okay. Now, ano pala? Sinod ko pala dito. May color-coded pa pala. Okay. Now, to evaluate partial derivatives with respect to a variable, we apply the theorems for ordinary differentiation while treating the other variable as a constant. Hawa, find the partial derivative of f with respect to x and partial derivative of f with respect to y, given that f of x comma y is equal to 2x squared y squared plus 2y plus 4x. So here's the solution. I-treat mo na constant ng y. Okay? So, pag kinuha mo ang derivative niyan, ito constant lang ito. Halimbawa, 2x squared times 5. Ano derivative dito with respect to x? That would be 2 times 2, 4x times 5. Constant lang ito. So, we get 20x. So, ganito, constant lang ito. So, ang derivative nito, that would be 2 times 2. Okay, bababa lang to, 2 times 2, 4x. Constant lang ito, so kukopihin lang, y squared, plus 2y, that is constant. Ano ba derivative ng constant sa, ano ba derivative ng constant sa x? 0. So plus 0, plus 4x1. Okay? So simplify, we get here 4xy squared plus 4, which we obtained a while ago. Pareho lang. Yun yung technique. I-treat mo constant yung variable na hindi kaya. Ito yung variable natin, x. Dito, itong y, it will serve as a constant. So, paano naman pag f with partial with respect to y? Si x naman yung constant. So, itong 2 bababa, magiging 4, constant si x squared, y, plus, ito yung variable, so plus 2, plus, ito yung constant, ang derivative ng constant ay 0. So we get 4x squared y plus 2. Okay? So yun yung technique pag-solve ng partial derivatives na. Treat one as a constant. Okay? Next. Walang tanong pa sa pag may tanong ha. Ang madali lang mag-partial derivatives. Computation lang tayo dito mostly. Find the partial derivative of f with respect to x. X yan, ito with respect to y. And then evaluate it at left one. Okay. Please don't make the mistake of evaluating first, tapos saka kayo magde-derivative. Okay? Kasi pag nag-evaluate kayo, 1, 1, ang makukuha mo dyan, 3 times 1 over 1 plus 4 times 1 times 1 squared, you get here 3 plus 4, we get 7. Ano partial derivative niyan with respect to x? Ang 7. 0. Ano partial derivative nitong 7 under y? 0 din. Okay? Ingat. Mag-partial derivative muna kayo bago kayo mag-evaluate. Okay? So, partial muna tayo with respect to x. With respect to x, si y ay variable. Si y ay constant. Constant lang ito. Parang isipin nyo, 2 lang yan. So, ano ang derivative niyan? That would be 3 over y plus, ito ang variable ay x, that would be 4 y squared. And so we have this part here. And then we evaluate at 1, 1, we get 3 over 1 plus 4 times 1 squared, we get 7. Okay. Next, how about this part here? Partial derivative with respect to y. This time, si y ang variable, si x ang constant. So dahil variable si y, isulat natin as 3x y to the power negative 1 plus 4x 1 squared. So ang derivative nito with respect to y, that would be negative 3x y raised to negative 2 plus 2 times 4, 8x y, which we can write as negative 3x over y squared plus 8x y. And then we evaluate at 1, 1, so we get negative 3 times 1 over 1 squared plus 8 times 1 times 1. We get negative 3 plus 8, which is And so 5 and 7 ang sagot. Okay? So, might ask, okay, nakapag-solve kami ng partial derivative with respect to x and y. Ano naman ang significance niya? Remember, ang partial derivative, ano yung nangyayari sa definition? Nagbabago yung x at nagbabago yung y. Okay? Or nagbabago yung y. So, pag nagbago yung x or nagbago yung y, may pagbabago rin sa ano natin, dun sa function din natin. So, ito yung unang interpretation. We will only have two interpretation of the partial derivatives. First one is partial derivatives as slopes of tangent lines. Okay, hindi tangent plane ha, kasi kung isipin mo, kasi nasa z ka na, di ba? Z is equal to f of x comma y. So, naalala ba from Math 84 kapag ano yung mga z is equal to f of x comma y? Ano yung mga pwedeng maging verbs niyan? Naalala? Ano yung una? It can either be a plane. Ay, nakaharap pala ako. Para maalala, iyan natin to. I- I-outline din natin to. I think from Math 84. Kanina, ano tayo na parametric curves. Ngayon naman, aalis tayo sa world ng parametric curves. Ang parametric curves, sila yung mga nasa x, comma, y. Sila yung nasa independent variable. Ito naman yung z na ngayon. So, pwede kang magkaroon ng plane, pwede kang magkaroon ng sphere, pwede kang magkaroon ng, ano pa yon, cylinder, pwede kang magkaroon ng surfaces of revolution. Ano yung huli? Yun yung quadrics. Ano yung mga quadrics na naalala niyo? Yung anim yun, di ba? Halimbawa, ellipsoid, paraboloid, tama. Huwag mo na paraboloid. Hyperboloid of one sheet, two sheets. Babalikan natin yun ulit. Paulit-ulit yung mga yon. Okay? So, kumbaga, meron kang paraboloid sa taas, tapos may limason ka meron kang, may paraboloid ka sa taas, tapos meron kang cardioid, halimbawa sa ilalim. Bakit ako nakapag-gawin ng cardioid? Part lang naman yan. May cardioid ka sa ilalim. Parang ganun. Okay, pagkasamahin natin, mix natin yung mga yan. So, ano ang sinasabi lang ito? Ano yung interpretation ng partial derivatives? Although it's tempting na three-dimension na yung object natin, isipin nyo, di ba dapat slope ng tangent plane? Pero ano ba ang slope ng tangent plane? Hindi pa natin na-define yun, slope of the tangent plane. Alam natin from Math 84 kung paano magbigay ng pangalan ng plane. Paano magbigay ng pangalan ng plane? We need a normal or perpendicular vector. Naghahalo-halo talaga yung mga topics natin galing from Math 84 tsaka Math 83. Kailangan mo to ng perpendicular vector. Babalikan ulit natin yan. Pero for now, we are not going to settle for a tangent plane. Ang i-settle natin muna, tangent line na. Okay? Pero from Math 83, ang tangent line mo, ilang dimension lang siya? One dimension object. Pero, nasa ang space na tayo? Nasa 3D space. Now, whenever you are more than 2 dimensions lower, 1D, 3D, dalawang dimensions lower ka na, no? To give a nomenclature for your line, hindi na tayo gumagamit ng hindi na tayo gumagamit nung hindi siya kasi lucky nung mga plane, sphere. Kasi ang sphere meron siyang Cartesian equation, no? X squared plus y squared plus z squared is equal to 1. Meron talaga siyang pangalan na Cartesian. Pero kapag line ka na, ano na ang pangalan niya sa 3D? Ang pangalan niya na ano, parametric na siya, no? X is equal to a, sorry. X is equal to x naught plus at, y is equal to y naught plus bt, z is equal to z naught plus c. Okay? So, kailangan nyo maalala ulit yung mga to. Kasi babalikin natin paulit-ulit yung mga to kasi nasa 3 dimension na tayo. So far line pa lang to, tangent line. Aalamin natin ang slope ng tangent line. Ang meron tayo from Math 84, nomenclature line. Nomenclature niya. Ano magiging kinalaman ng slope na yon sa nomenclature na yon? I-assess natin yan later on. For now, bagong property ito ng line, slope ng tangent line. So, the Math 83, ang slope ng tangent line of y is equal to f of x at x is equal to a is given by f prime of a. Yan yung slope. Okay? F prime of a is just a number. It's a slope. So, ano naman ang slope? The slope of a tangent line, ito medyo mahaba ito, no? May slope of a tangent line, okay, stop, to the curve of intersection of z and the plane y is equal to b. Plane ito class, y is equal to b. Hindi lang siya line. Kasi ang y is equal to b, ano ba siya? Ito yun, no? Sorry, pala. Isa pa. Ito ang y is equal to b. Ito yung b. May dumadaan kang y. Ito yung y is equal to b, no? Pero, remember, y is equal to b sa 3 dimension. Pwede, ano ang mga values ng x sa y is equal to b? Ang values ng x dito, pwede kahit ano. X is 0, ito yun. Okay, 0, b. Ano pa? X is equal to 1, ito yun. 1, b. X is equal to 2, 2, b. In fact, kahit andun yung value ng z. Z is equal to 0, ito yon. Z is equal to 1, ito yon. Z is equal to 2, ito yon. So you get this plane here. Okay? Plane ang y is equal to b sa 3D. Okay? Kasi 2 dimension siya, oh. Okay? Kaya siya meron siyang Cartesian na pangalan. 2 dimension siya. Okay? So, kaya puputulin natin ito. Curve of intersection of this. Ito yung mga ellipsoid din yung halimbawa, ellipsoid, sphere, another plane. So may plane ka. At the point P of A, B, F of A, B. Ito yung slope. So, magkakaroon ka ng curve, halimbawa, tapos, may y is equal to B ka. Ito yung ang slice. So, pag in-slice mo yan, tapos hinila mo, nag-slice ka, no? Tapos hinila mo. At may makukuha kang cross-section. Pag ganyan. Ito yung cross-section. Kung nag-x-ray ka, ito yung cross-section. So dahil may cross-section ka, ito yung 2-dimensional. Kanina, 3-dimensional yung paraboloid mo. Ngayon, 1-dimensional na lang siya. 1-dimensional na lang siya. Dito, ay, tama, 1-dimensional na lang siya dito sa plane. So dahil 1-dimensional lang siya, hindi na tangent plane na kailangan natin. Tangent line na lang. Kasi kumbaga, ang original natin, may tangent plane ka talaga. Pero nung kinot mo, nakuha mo lang tong part na to. So, ayun na, ito na yung lalabas. Oh. Makukuha mo yung tangent line. So, ang tanong, ano yung slope ng tangent line? Similarly, the slope of the tangent line to the curve of intersection of C and x is equal to a is the partial derivative of f with respect to y. Okay, do note here, ito yung curve natin. Tapos, partial with respect to x. Sino ang constant dito kapag partial with respect to x? X or y? It would be y. Kaya ayun, y is equal to 2. Fix natin ito. Fix or constant si p. Okay? Fix or constant ito. Dito naman, ang variable x. So ang constant, ang variable ay y. Sorry, variable ay y. So ang constant, x. Constant yung x natin. Okay? So visualize natin ano nangyayari. So, Find the slope of a tangent line to the curve of intersection of the surface x squared plus y squared plus z squared is equal to 9 with the plane y is equal to 2 at the point 1, 2, 2. Okay. Notice here, uh, sino, so pag pinapahanap yung slope and tangent line to the curve of intersection of this surface and the plane y is equal to 2, si y yung fix natin. So, sino yung hinahanap natin? Partial with respect to x. Kasi fix na yung y. Notice, kaya nga, kung 2 ito, etong point na ito, 2 rin yan. Okay, so kung, uh, in fact, itong 1, 2, 2, na-satisfy na to 1 squared plus 2 squared plus 2 squared is indeed equal to 9. Now, anong uri ng shape ito sa 3D? This is a, naalala, ito ay x squared plus y squared plus z squared is equal to 9. Ano siya? Ito ay, pero tempting sabihin ellipsoid. Tama rin naman, ellipsoid yan. Kasi square, 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 plus, plus, plus. Okay, tempting sabihin ellipsoid. Pero, mas precise, ito ay sphere. Okay, mas precise yun. Centered at 0, 0, 0. And, anong radius natin? Radius is 3. Okay, hindi 9 na. Radius ay 3. Okay, so, mas precise na sphere ang pangalan nito. Okay. Next. Okay lang. Ellipsoid lang nasabi niyo. Okay lang. Dahil ang partial natin kukunin with respect to x. Kunin mo natin yung partial with respect to x bago natin i-interpret geometrically. So, partial with respect to x, ito ang challenging. Squared na kasi. So, remember, sino ang ano dito? Ang constant, si y. O, huwag niyo papalitan ko ng 2 ha. Magdaderivative pa rin tayo. Kasi pagpalitan niyo ng 2, magiging 9 minus 2 squared yan. Magiging 5. Okay? Mayan niyo napalitan. So, ang constant, ang variable dito, x. Bakit partial with respect to x? Si y kasi ang constant. Constant ito. Fixed. So, partial with respect to x. Okay. So, ano ang derivative nito? Derivative nito, that would be 9 minus x squared minus y squared raised to 1 half. So, 1 half times 9 minus x squared minus y squared to the power negative 1 half times derivative ng nasa loob, chain rule. Ano derivative ng nasa loob? Derivative ng 9, 0, minus, etong part na to, 2x, y squared, constant yan, minus 0. Okay? So we get here, pag sinimplify, we get negative 2x over 2 square root of 9 minus x squared minus y squared. Cancel yung 2, and so we obtain this. And then we evaluate it at 1, 2, 2. Okay? Eh, wala namang z rito, so we don't care about this one. So we just plug 1 and 2. So replacing x by 1 and y by 2, we get negative 1 times 9 square root of 9 minus 1 minus 4. So we get negative 1 half. Okay, anong significance ng negative 1 half na yan? So, ang sinasabi, ito yung sphere mo. In fact, kasi ang 1, 2, 2 nasa first octant lang ito. So we just care about this part here ng sphere natin sa first octant. May plane ka, dadaan, y is equal to 2. Ito yung y is equal to 2, dadaan yung y is equal to 2. Ang curve of intersection nila, ito. Well, may curve of intersection ka. At the point 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, may tangent line ka. Hindi tangent plane, kasi pag tangent plane, yun. Tangent line na. Kasi, ano ka na lang, one-dimensional object ka na lang. So, we look for kasi may tangent line ka, at isang laging property ng tangent line ay yung slope niya. At ang sinasabi, ang slope nito ay negative. 1/2. Okay? And looks, because makes sense. The negative 1 happens slow. Kasi pababa. Okay? Now, there's an alternate or alternative definition for partial derivative of x and partial derivative of y. Now, etong alternative definition na to, may gamit ito maya-maya. So, for this one here, naalala from Math 83, itong derivative natin ay equal sa limit of f of x minus f of a over x minus a as x approaches a. This is another definition. Pareho lang itong dalawang ito. Pero, kumbaga, may mas magandang gamit minsan ito sa may mga situation na mas magandang gamit nito. So, because of this factor, may alternative definition din ang partial of f with respect to x. So, ang partial of f with respect to x evaluated at AB. So, sino ang fix natin? Ang fix natin ay si y. Fix natin si y, no? So, that would be f of x comma b minus f of a comma b all over x minus a as x approaches a. And partial of f with respect to y, fix natin naman si x. Si x ang fix dito. So limit of f of a comma y minus f of a comma b all over y minus b as y approaches b. So let's use this example. So find the limit or find the derivative of this one, partial derivative of this with respect to x at 1, 2. Okay, ito ulit yun. So using this definition, partial with respect to x, this would be square root of 9 minus x squared. Ano yung b natin? Ang b ay 2. So 2, so x comma 2 minus f of 1 comma 2 all over x minus 1. So we get here square root of 9 minus x squared minus 2 squared. The square root of 5 minus x squared minus f of 1, 2, 9 minus 1 minus 4. That would be 9 square root of 4, which is 2, all over x minus 1. Now, if we plug in 1, ang makukuha natin, 5 minus 1 squared minus 2 over 1 minus 1. 0 over 0. You can use L'Hopital's rule here kasi x na lang naman siya. Pero, papahirapan mo sarili mo kasi pag L'Hopital's rule yan, may square root eh, nakakatabad. So, irrationalize mo na lang siya. Rationalize is square root of 5 minus x squared plus 2 all over square root of 5 minus x squared plus 2. So, we get here 5 minus x squared minus 4 all over x minus 1 times root of 5 minus x squared plus 2. Pag sinimplify ito, makukuha 1 minus x squared, which we can write as 1 minus x times 1 plus x. So magka-cancel yung x minus 1. Kasi ito, pwede mo isulat as x minus 1. May negative dito. So magka-cancel dito. So matitira negative of 1 plus x. Square root of 5 minus x squared plus 2. And then, dahil na-rationalize mo na siya, substitute mo na lang. Negative 1 plus 1, negative 2. Square root of 5 minus 1 squared plus 2, 4. And we get the same answer. Negative 1. Okay? O, diba ang trabaho? Ito, technique yung ginamit natin. Ito, definition yung ginamit natin. So, it depende kung ano sabihin ng question sa mga problems. Kung ano gagamitin niya, technique or definition. Pero, pag walang sinabi, it's up to you kung ano gusto niyo gamitin. Ano method talaga. Okay? No, oh, well, okay. Next. Ito. Dito magsha-shine. Ayan. Dito magiging very useful ang itong alternate definition ito. Kapag involved ka na ng piecewise function. Determine the partial of f with respect to x and partial of f with respect to y evaluated at 0, 0, where f of x comma y is x cubed minus y cubed over x squared plus y squared if x comma y is not 0, 0, and 0 otherwise, or f, when f if x comma y is 0, 0. So, dito maganda gamitin ang itong definition na to. Kasi, pag nag-derivative ka dito, ito yung gamit natin. Yung partial of x, i-hold mo si y constant. Medyo hirap sa part na ito kasi may dalawa kang, kumbaga imagine mo, may dalawa kang function sa gumagana dito. Sino yung i-derivative mo? Ito ba or ito? Yung naka-box or yung naka-circle? So, be safe, gamitin mo yung alternative definition. Partial of x, f with respect to x, at 0, 0, that would be, ang fix natin dito, sino? Ang fix natin sa x, si y. So, fix yan, limit of f of x minus 0 minus f of 0, 0 minus x minus 0 as x approaches 0. Ano ba ang f of x minus 0? Saan natin ipa-plug? Ito. So x minus 0, that is x cubed minus 0 cubed over x squared plus 0 squared. Okay? Minus, ito pa lang din, no? Minus, ano ang f of 0, 0? F of 0, 0 is 0. All over x minus 0. Itong part na ito. So pag sinimplify, we get here x cubed over x squared, x minus 0 over x minus 0. So magka-cancel to, we get here 1. Okay. Ito naman, to partial of f with respect to y. So ang fix natin dito ay si x. So we get limit of f0 comma y minus f of 0, 0 all over y minus 0 as a y approaches 0. So we get here, itong part na to, that would be x cubed minus 0 cubed all over, sinong fix? Ay, sorry, si fix pala si x. 0 cubed minus y cubed over 0 squared plus y squared minus f of 0, 0 all over y minus 0. So we get here, itong part na to, negative y minus, itong part na to, 0 over y minus 0. So we get negative y over y, negative y. Okay? O baka sabihin the limit does not exist. Ha? Iba na to. Partial na to with respect to x, partial na to with respect to y. So ibig sabihin kung may graph kayo nito, halimbawa may graph kayo, ganyan. Ito yung partial with respect, ito yung plane na dumadaan sa y. So fix yung y dito. Ito yung partial with respect to x. Itong part na to. So yung partial with respect to y. Pagkata. Magkaiba sila ng daan yung mga curve of intersection. Okay, so hindi to limit does not exist, but iba na interpretation natin dito. Okay? Okay. Now, ano din nga ito? We can also define the same concept of higher order partial derivatives. So let z be equal to f of x comma y. The partial derivatives of f the partial derivatives of f sub x and f sub y are also functions of x and y, as we have seen earlier. Functions din sila ng x and y. So we can consider that the partial derivatives of f sub x and f sub y with respect to x and y. So, ito, pwede mo kunin yung derivative niya ulit with respect to x. Derivative niya ulit with respect to x or derivative niya with respect to y. Ito rin, partial derivative with respect to x or partial derivative with respect to y then. So in effect, may apat tayong second order partial derivatives. fxx, fxy, fyx, fyy. Okay. Susubukan natin magbasa ha. Dito, sino unang dinidiffer? Okay. Ito, wala eh. Madali lang to eh. Dito, sino unang i-differentiate? Si X or si Y? Kanino ka unang magdi-differentiate? X or Y? With this notation, una ka magdi-differentiate with X. Okay? Tama, X muna. Sa X ka muna magdi-differentiate, and then after that, ipa-follow up mo ng differentiation with Y. Dito naman, sa Y ka muna magdi-differentiate, tapos magdi-differentiate ka later on sa X. So ang basa, from left to right. Okay, pag ganito ang notation. Pero pag ganito ang notation, saan ka unang magde-derivative dito? Partial with, ganun din. So, dito partial with respect to x, dito ka magsimula sa partial with respect to x. Tapos, followed by partial with respect to y. So, in this scenario, magsimula ka sa rightmost part, right, papunta sa left. Pag ganitong notation. Pero ito, pag ganun yung notation niya. So, ingat ha, baka isipin niyo lahat pag ganito yung basa. So, analogous definitions can be made for third or higher order partial derivatives. So let's look at some examples. Let W be equal to f of x, comma y equal to ln 2x plus 3y. Find the second partial derivative of W with respect to, sino unang ide-derivative dito? C, y, followed by x. Okay, y muna, followed by x. Tapos, dito, sino unang i-differentiate? Si x muna followed by y. Okay. So dito, y muna. So, differentiating with respect to y. So, si y ang taya. So, that would be, ano derivative ito? ln eh. So, may function ka sa labas. So, 1 over 2x plus 3y times, ano derivative nito nasa loob with respect. So, ang 2x, y, kasi ang sa y, fix yan. So, ito ay 0 plus 3. So, we obtain here 3 over 2x plus 3y. Ano naman ang partial with respect to x? Ang partial with respect to x, okay? Ito naman yun, x naman. Isulat mo siya as 3 times 2x plus 3y raised to negative 1. So, baba yung negative 1, negative 3 times 2x plus 3y raised to negative 2. And then chain rule, ano derivative dito? Kasi si x na yung variable, that would be times 2 plus 0. 2 plus 0. Okay? Okay. And then we simplify. You write it as negative 3 times 2, negative 6 over 2x plus 3y squared. And that's it. That's your second order partial derivative. Paano naman yung pangalawa? Unahin natin with x, no? But inuna with x, that would be ln ulit. So 1 over 2x plus 3y times chain rule. Ano derivative ito with respect to x muna? That would be 2 plus ang 3y ay 0. So 2 over 2x plus 3y. And then partial naman niya susunod with respect to y. With respect to y naman. So that this would be 2 times 2x plus 3y raised to negative 1. So we get negative 2 times 2x plus 3y times positive 3. Right? So we obtain this part here. Negative 2 times 2x plus 3y raised to negative 2 times 3. So negative 6 all over 2x plus 3y squared. Nagkataon na equal siya. Okay? Pero hindi lagi ganon. So ang tanong, kailan kaya pwede maging equal? At saka bakit gusto natin maging equal? Parang commutative ito eh. Kasi pag equal sila, pag mas mahirap mag-differentiate, with respect to y mauuna, mas madaling mag-differentiate with x muna. O di unahin mo yung x. Kasi mangyayari, kumbaga parang pwede mo i-swap yung position. Pag napag-swap mo yung position, same answer pa rin ang makukuha. So, ang tanong, kailan nangyayari yun? We have our first theorem. It's the first theorem. Pero first named theorem sa Math 85. It's Clairaut's theorem. Tandaan nyo na ito habang buhay. Kasi may kakabago pa tayo ng another theorem later on. Pero ito yung unang theorem at may pangalan, Clairaut's theorem. Okay, again, it's another French person, parang sina L'Hopital. Clairaut's theorem states that suppose f is defined on a disk D that contains the point AB. If the functions f partial of f with respect to xy and partial of f with respect to yx are both continuous on D. Okay, dapat continuous sila pareho. Pag continuous pareho yung second order partial derivative sila, then yung partial ni x, ni part f of xy is equal to f yx at a. Okay? Sure ka, mag-equal sila. Okay? So, let's look at a way on how to use Clairaut's theorem. Show that there is no function f such that it has a partial derivative with respect to x na 3x plus 2y at partial derivative with respect to xy na 4x plus 5y. Walang function na ito yung mga partial derivatives niya. So, suppose, magana tayo? Nag-comp sa 55 naman kayo, na? So, may proof by contradiction na kayo. Nakapag-proof by contradiction na encounter na from concept 55. Okay, so magpo-proof tayo by contradiction. Suppose there is a function f. Suppose f exists. Ito yung hypothesis natin. 3x partial of f with respect to x is equal to 3x plus 2y and partial of f with respect to y ay 4x plus 5y. Okay, dahil nag-e-exist itong function na to, okay, and continuous ito, di ba? Continuous ito. Dahil continuous sila, pwede mo kunin, bakit sila continuous functions din? Sila ay polynomial. Continuous polynomial derivatives. So, pwede mo kunin yung partial derivatives nila. Ito with respect to y, ito with respect to x. So, we get here, with respect to y, ano ba derivative ito with respect to y? Partial with respect to y, ito ang constant. Ito ang variable. So, ito ang 2. Dito naman, partial with respect to x, ang constant, dahil x na to, ang constant, si y. 0 to, so matitira, 4. Pero sinabi, kung, kung nag-e-exist ito, at continuous to, napakita natin, ito ay 2, ang partial ito ay 2, ang partial ito ay 5, which are both continuous. Continuous ang constant number 2 at ang constant number 5. They are both continuous, then by Clairaut's theorem, dapat equal sila. 2 is equal to 5, which is a contradiction. Hindi equal ang 2 sa 5. So dahil hindi equal ang 2 sa 5, ay 2 sa 4 rather, yung assumption natin na f exists, it is invalidated or contradicted. So by proof of contradiction, f does not exist. Okay? So, ganito yung way para upakita na f does not exist minsan. Pakita mo yung second partial derivatives na. They do not agree with each other and will violate the Ross theorem. Okay? Questions so far? Ilang slides up? Medyo patapos na pala. Okay. So partial derivatives of n variables. We can perform this endlessly. For a function of n variables, x1, x2 to xn, there are n partial derivatives. The partial derivative with respect to the ith variable is given by f of x sub xi is equal to the limit of x1. Fixed to mga to. xi minus 1, xi plus delta x. Ito lang yung magbabago. Kasi ito lang yung ito lang yung variable natin. The rest, constant lang lahat yan. Ito. X sub I plus 1 dot 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 x sub n minus f of x1 dot 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 x sub n over delta x sub I. As delta x sub I approaches 0. Also, partial of f with respect to xi is obtained by performing ordinary differentiation with respect to xi while treating the rest of the variables constant. So, if u is equal to f of x1, x2, xn, ito yung mga iba't ibang notation for the partial derivatives with respect to x sub I. So, we have here du over d sub x sub I, df over dx sub I, fi, ito yung Leibniz notation, dx sub I, or di. Okay? Para-pareho yan. Pero most of the time, itong gagamitin natin notation. Itong dalawang to. So, let's have this example. Let f of x, y, z is equal to xz over y squared plus sine 2x plus 3y plus 4z plus 8x squared z. Find f of x, f of y, and f of z. Okay. So, kunin natin tong tanong na to. Okay. Excited. Patapos na pala. So, ano ba ginawa dito? Okay. Partial of f, y, z. So, dito, partial with respect to x. Sorry. Partial with respect to x. Sino ang taya? Ay, sino ang variable? X lang. Si z and y, constant. So, anong derivative nito? This would be, kumbaga meron ka lang ditong x times 1/4 halimbawa. So, ang derivative niya ay z over y squared. Dito, ano derivatives? X na ang taya. So, plus cosine 2x plus 3y plus 4z times anong derivative ng 2x? Times 2. 3y, 0, 4z, 0. Plus, ano derivative ito with respect to x? E, x squared z times, eto constant lang ito. So, 2xz. Okay, that's one part. And, say, gawin lang natin yung partial with respect to y. Partial with respect to y yung taya. So, xz, y raised to negative 2. Baba lang yung negative 2. Xz, y to the negative 1. Ay, teka, xz. Tama. Sorry, nahili na ako. Xz, y to the negative 2. So, negative 2, xz, y to the negative 1, which is equal to negative 2 over xz. Ay, negative 2 minus 1 ay negative 3 pala. Negative 3. Y minus 1, negative 2 xz, y3. Okay? And then dito, plus cosine 2x plus 3y plus 4z times 0 plus 3 plus 0 plus, wala namang y dito, so ito lahat constant lang yan, plus 0. And you get the same method when you solve for z. Sa z naman, ito yung constant, ay ito yung dalawa ang constant. So xy squared. Okay? So just continue with this one here. So the question here is, tapusin lang natin to. Ferro's theorem also holds for functions of n variables. Okay. So solve for the partial of f with respect to dito z muna na z, then x and x. Where z is ln x squared y cosine z. So ano tong fxzx? Dalawang pinapasolve, no? So dito, sa part na to, anong unang isosolve? Partial with respect to x o partial with respect to z? Ang uunahin isosolve ay partial with respect to z. Very good. Dito naman, sino unahin? Partial with respect to x. Okay. Okay, so dito, partial with respect to z muna. Dahil z, ano gagamitin natin dito? May z ka rito sa labas, may cosine z ka sa loob. So gagamit ka ng product rule. Yung xy dito, constant lang. So ano derivative ito using product rule? Derivative ng z, 1 times, copy this, plus z times derivative nito, 1 over x squared y cosine z. Tapos derivative nito, again, with respect to z. So with respect to z, that would be negative, ito constant lang, negative x squared y times negative sin z. Okay, so we get this part here. So simplifying, we get, ano nangyari dito? Super simplify na naman talaga. X squared y cancel to, x squared y cancel. Negative sine z, cosine z, negative z tangent z. Okay? Tapos, itong part na to magiging ln x squared plus ln y plus ln cosine z. Ano yan? Yung property ng ln. Kapag may product ka, pwedeng maging addition. Furthermore, ln x squared is equal to ln x by. Pero ako okay na ako dito. Pero pag pinasimplify na talaga, you have to simplify this form. Okay. Ito pala yung partial with respect to z. Hanap natin yung partial with respect to x. Trabaho, no? Ano yung partial with respect to x? Partial nito, ito naman partial nito with respect to x. Sino ang taya? Si x. So, ang derivative ito 2 over x. Ano the partial to with respect to x? 0. Partial with respect to x? 0. Partial with respect to x? 0. So, we get here 2 over x. And finally, the last derivative, partial with respect to x, ito lang yun. So, that would be 2x raised to negative 1. So, negative 2x raised to negative 2. So, we get here negative 2 over x squared. Okay, I'll leave it to you as ano na lang, verify na ito, partial. Uunahin lang yung x. Pag inuna yung x, hindi mo makuha 2 over x. And you get negative 2 over x sa z-negative. It's not always true na mag-equal yung dalawang tuklas. Ay, oo. Dito nagkataon na equal. Pero it's not always the case na equal sila. Okay. Now, this is the second interpretation of the derivative. So, apart from aning una, slope of a tangent line, the second interpretation of the partial derivative is rates of change. Katulad sa math 3. So, the derivative of f prime of a can be interpreted as the instantaneous rate of change of f with respect to x at a. So, if the function f of two variables x and y, then partial of f with respect to x is the instantaneous rate of change. So pwedeng velocity yan, pwedeng acceleration of f of x comma y with respect to a point A. F partial of f with respect to y is the instantaneous rate of change of f with respect to y at AB. Okay? So instantaneous rate of change naman. So kanina, slope of a tangent line. Pero you can also interpret it as an instantaneous rate of change. And that's it. So we will expound it more soon because of part of the instantaneous rate of change. Pero for now, at least may alam ka ng dalawang interpretation ng partial derivatives. Rates of change, tsaka slope of a tangent line. Okay, that's it. Question. Oh my gosh, pagod. Ano oras, marathon ito. May question tayo? Okay.